Hi there, welcome back to the channel. You may be wondering why I'm laying on the floor. Today I'm taking the silencer off the Buell. Do I really need to take the silencer off? Nah. Do I want to? Yeah. Reason being, I want to clean up all that area. There's some surface rust on the exhaust. I want to treat it before it gets too bad, considering this is a genuine Buell race exhaust and they're worth a fortune. So I want to look after it, treat it. Whilst we're there, clean it all up. May have a sneaky start up as well without the silencer on. So yeah, we're going to try and do that today. Plus there's big things coming. The reason why I want to clean it all up. In a couple of weeks, there's a massive couple of videos coming up on the Buell. And it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Little hint now. Let's get cracking. Sorry for the silly intro. Show you how it's done. Because I don't know myself. It's a learning curve for all of us. That's why we're here. So what are you going to need? First of all, we're going to need a T25 bit to get the bolts out for the chin fairing. I've already made a start. 2 on the front now and 2 around the other side. Then you've got 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Chin fairing off. Right, so now we have got, let's have a look and shine some light in now. It's going to be a bit tight. I'm going to spray all these little brackets up with a bit of penetrant fluid before I do anything else. Oh, bit of squirty squirt on that. We'll start off around this side because I just realised I need to get back around the other side to get to the bolts on the other side of the exhaust, which is slightly annoying. But hey, around here at the front of the exhaust, got a 11mm socket on that, deep socket. Is it really necessary that I do this for the thing that I've got coming up? Probably not, no. But I want this to look absolutely spotless. I don't want it to look rubbish. Let's loosen that up. Let's do the other one, which I'm a bit nervous about, which is a 15mm, I think, on that one. That's all right, that's good. Thank Christ for that. So I think I am going to take that off, because otherwise I don't think it's really going to shift. But what I'll do that and put that bolt back on now. I'll give this a couple of gentle love taps to maybe start to free it up. You're going to need a mix of what looks like Torx and Allen or hex wrench. 1, 2, I'll go and get an Allen for that one. A bit worried then. I'll replace it when I have to, when I can. And there we go. And also in here, we can clean this area up as well. Don't know if you can see them. 2 more just at the back there. It's a bit tight. But hey, we will manage somehow or another. We'll get those bad boys off and then we'll get this exhaust off. You probably can't see much in there, but it is very tight. Get these 2 11mm off. We'll get all this tidied up as well, because it's going to need doing, because I don't know whenever it's been done. Yes, it's a low mileage bike. There we go. And voila, all the bolts Not necessarily undone completely, because they're a bit bloody fiddly to get to. But we should be able now. Oh, I can definitely feel movement. Yeah, that one's off, but I don't know whether that's gone. We'll find it in a bit. And that one now. I found a nut for that one. Pop that in the tray just there. Oh, and there's a nut for the other one. Happy days. Sorry about that. I've had to switch cameras because my other one overheated. My DJI Action 5 got a bit hot, so I've gone over to my gimbal camera and up to my DJI Osmo Pocket 3 because it's so hot in this country at the moment. It's unbearable. We've not had rain for a good couple of months. It's atrocious, and we're in the UK. Anyway, I'm going to shut up jabbering now because it is hot. Brackets off or loosened up, unbolted on the front. Front is unbolted. Exhaust, is it going to come? I hope so. There we go. See, is off. So the exhaust is on the bench. I will show you it quickly, but I'm not going to show me cleaning it. I might show you my new tool I got. But first of all, let's see what a Buell XB 1200 sounds like without a muffler. I've got a feeling this is going to be loud. Obnoxiously loud. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. I like that. Oops. I kinda like it. Whoops. That's loud. Fun. So this is the exhaust itself, or the muffler. As you can see, it's a bit crusty in places, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a treat. I've got a new tool here from Lidl's, Parkside, bench grinder, and it's got a thing that goes on the side. So this spins a bit like a little Dremel tool. Happy days. And for 23 quid, what's the worst going to happen? Burn the shed down? Anyway, I'm going to get cracking, tidy all this up, get this looking clean and tidy again, and then chuck it back on the bike, and I'll maybe record as I put it back on, because that's going to be fun. Right, so slight change of sound quality, so I haven't put my microphone back on. That side is cut really, really nice and shiny. That side I'll work on, but I might have to do a cardinal sin with this exhaust, because it's not rotten all the way through. But let me flip it over and show you. I cannot save any of that. That is close to going all the way through, but I cannot save it. I just will not be able to save it. So what I'm going to have to do is, I think I'm going to, oh God, maybe, has it gone all the way through? Hope not. No, thank Christ. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it all down, I think, and then paint it silver. I don't really want to do that, but I want to treat this, and obviously treat this rust as much as I can before I paint it, because it's too far gone from saving. So I don't think I'll be able to finish this video this week because of this. So I'm going to have to go and buy some paint now, and it's 9:30 on a Sunday night. So yes, anyway, I'll be back when I've got some paint and I've got this sorted out so we can fit it back on. So it's been a few days. The exhaust is now done and treated. It doesn't look pretty, but it has been treated with crust. I put several coats of Raptor primer on it. I couldn't find the Raptor Silver heatproof paint or VHT paint or flammable paint, so I've used some Simonese, whatever it is, VHT paint. It's not quite set yet because you have to put it through a heat cycle to let it harden. I've polished the tips up a bit, but what we're going to do now is we're going to put the exhaust back on. I'll finish off polishing the tips once it's been through a couple of heat cycles. Underneath there, all the sump area, bottom of the engine, all that area has been now degreased and cleaned up as well. So yeah, it's all been done, all treated. It doesn't look brilliant, I know. I've still got the dents there, but that's from curb marks and all that, I suppose, because it is quite a low bike. But anyway, let's shut up jabbering and let's try to get this bad boy back on the bike, because this is going to be the final bit, and then we can hopefully get cracking next week with the big bits which are coming. I've literally got to pay for the import charges now, thanks to the UK government. Right, anyway, let's shut up jabbering, let's get on the floor and get this all hooked up. So I've polished up that bracket, so we're going to pop that on first so we don't forget it. That's that on. And we're going to get back down on the floor. I'm getting too old for this malarkey, you know. Where's my little pad? Oh, it's over there. I can't be bothered. So, let's get this on. Around there. Underneath. Try not to scratch the fresh paintwork. Not set. It's had a full 48 hours now to dry, but it still feels a bit soft. Because, as said, it needs to go through a heat cycle or two. There's probably many people out there swearing at me right now. You should have done it this way. You should have done it that way. There is that. Let's get that front strap pinched up and in place. Get a couple of turns on that bolt. Right, front one on. Let's give that a little bit of a pinch up with the old ratchet. Now what I would like to do is maybe get some kind of aftermarket exhaust on this. Put this nice performance one to one side. That'll do for now. We've still got to do the two back ones. Right. So, I'm going to put that stand down. Gives a bit easier access. That just there. That just there. Those are in place now. Spin the bike round. This is a bit awkward, this, isn't it? High up from the floor. Yeah, spin the bike round. And then do those two straps. Right, so I buckled in. I pulled the tensioner off. That means I can give the belt a good going over as well. So if there's any cracks, no cracks in that. Happy days from what I can see. Let's have a look up there. No, happy days. So what I'm going to do now, it's going to give me much easier access. Probably should have done this first time round. Much easier access to get these clamps back in place. So one is already on. Happy days. Much bloody easier. Let's get this one around the back there. See, look how much easier that is. I should have done this originally. One now. Get a couple of threads on that. There we go. That's those clamps in place. Now we will tighten that up. Make sure there's a bit of a lip there. There's probably meant to be a certain amount, I think. So on that side as well. That ain't going nowhere. And that exhaust is back on. Now put the tensioner back on. So tensioner back in place. Give it a couple of taps and slide that on there a little bit further. Then we should, in theory, be able to pop this back on. I've given it a bit of a clean up as well again. Slide that belt over every now and again. I managed to do that without loosening up the rear wheel as well. With a little bit of a jimmy with a screwdriver, slide it over. Bosh! That tensioner is on, belt is on, exhaust is on. Let's recheck that front clamp, rebolt, let's do up the exhaust clamp, and we are ready to rock and roll again. And obviously put belly pan on, but that can wait for a second. Oh, and put the cover back on there. I won't bother showing you that, and you know how to do that. All it's a case of doing now is we're going to check that front clamp, exhaust clamp just there, and we are done. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video of an absolute idiot removing the exhaust for really no reason, just to clean it up, and check there's a shitload of rust and clean it up, and then repaint it and make it look shit again, please subscribe. Doesn't cost a thing. Really helps the channel grow. And we'll see you again next week. Maybe even give us this video a like. And if you're watching a mobile device, give it a hype. Adios amigos. Buenos noches.